Morning guys. So today just wanted to do a quick how-to video on oil change for I guess it would be a 13 and up Can-Am Commander. So basically, real quick, the tools you're going to need, it's not a whole lot. An energy drink if you don't get enough sleep, for one. Your oil change kit from BRP. It's just synthetic 0W40, and these run you about 55 bucks Canadian, and they come with the oil, the filter, drain plug gasket, all that stuff. You're going to need a new O-ring for the filter housing cap. I'd say for sure panel popping tool, needle nose pliers, maybe a flathead screwdriver. Just to get at everything, which you'll see in just a second. You have to take 3 panels off and the passenger seat out. Pair of channel locks can't hurt. And drain plug is 17 mil, oil filter housing is 10 mil, the elusive 10 mil, and it also, the filter housing cap has Torx cutouts in it, so it'll take Torx as well as a 10 millimeter socket. So with all that being said, I would like to say, if you can grab one of these shop manuals for the Commander or whatever unit you have, although if you don't have a Commander, I'm not sure why you're watching this video. They have all your torque specs in them. They have everything you're going to need. They have detailed blow-ups of all the electrical components. So if you work on these a lot by yourself, it's a good investment. I think they're a couple $100 bucks, but they're really handy. So, the other thing, pair of nitro gloves if you don't want to get your hands dirty. These are the thick latex, I guess, mechanics gloves that the guys wear, and a whole crap load of rags, because the way you'll see when I pull the filter housing cap off, the engineers at Rotax, they should rethink this strategy, but it makes a mess when you pull the filter out. So it's nice to jam some rags down there, otherwise you're going to have a ton of oil all caught in the upper side of your skid plate, and it'll smoke and it'll stink, and it's just a disaster. And another thing real quick on torque specs, follow the torque specs. Everything is aluminum, the shit snaps easy. Follow the torque specs. If you over tighten this stuff, it's going to break, and then you'll regret it. So without further ado, alright, so as I said, first thing you gotta do is pull the passenger seat, which is a bit of a bugger. You just pull up on this here like that, pull the seat up, and then these bars here, I hope the camera's picking that up, this thing here, it just slides back, and then you can wiggle her out of the cab. And then for the panels you'll have to remove, you've got to take this one off, which includes these push rivets here. This bottom one has to come off too, which is all these push rivets, and there's some buried right there, and then a bunch of sand and shit's back here, so these are going to be fun to find. But there is 2 more in here too, and then this one comes out after this one. So excuse me, it was 2 panels, not 3. But anyways, these push rivets sometimes can be quite a pain in the ass, and other times they're not so bad. So that one was an easy one. Other times, like this one here, where you gotta fight with them a little bit. So anyways, once you're done pulling all these out, the panel should come off pretty damn quick and easy. Okay, so you can see here, this panel just comes off like that, and there's your engine exposed. Now you just got to pull this bottom one off, and then you can get to everything you need. So now you can see, oh, I forgot some. See, that's how many freaking push rivets there are. You gotta pull out these 2 as well. And all I had to do was put screws in. Anyways, it's not a bitch video. Okay, So, okay guys, so now that you've got everything off, this is everything you need to do the oil change. So this here is where your oil filter lives, right? So that's 10 mil, and that's what I was talking about with the Torx. I don't know the Torx size. I don't know if it's Torx 1, 2, 3. I don't even know how you size Torx. I hate Torx. I don't like using Torx, or Torx, or however the hell you say it. I use 10 mil, and I still work in Imperial most of the time, so this whole metric thing is weird. Anyways, so what you should first do is, like any other oil change, pull the drain plug out, let it drop, let it drain as much as it can, and then pull the filter out. So, and I'd like to mention, while you're in here, it's always a good idea to grease your drive shaft, or grease your U-joint, sorry. Grease that shit as often as possible. If you're looking under the passenger side, which is where we are, this is just a drain hole. And right up there, that's where the drain plug lives. If this is getting picked up at all by the camera, right up there, right? So, and that is this 17 mil. And what I will say about these is, because of the torque spec, they are not on there very tight at all. So don't think you have to go in there heaving with an impact or anything like that. Please don't use an impact. I gotta get my other glove. And the other thing is, always remember, change the drain plug washer. Don't reuse them. It's like reusing a head gasket. It's just a bad idea. And let's put some rags down. So you don't create too much of a mess. Like I said, these are not on there tight. Oh, these aren't 10 millimeter. Hashtag fail. What are they, 7? Try and get the correct socket this time. It is an 8 millimeter, not a 10. Good thing we have editing. Again, the torque spec on these, if I recall correctly, is something like 20-something, 22 inch-pounds. It's not a lot. That might even be the drain plug. It is not a lot to torque these down, so I cannot emphasize enough. Do not over tighten this shit. Okay, so then to pull the filter off, it is kind of rigmarole. You need a bit of a flathead in there. Just like that. And you see what I mean about how the oil runs over everything? Yeah. So anyways, there's your cap. That's the gasket that you want to change. And then there's your old filter. That should just pop right out. And do yourself a favor. Make sure that it's good and drained before you slide the new one in. And always give this a wipe down. And always remember, it's just like a car. If you put new O-rings, new rubbers, anything like that in, always take some of the old oil and wipe them with it. Keep them lubricated before you put it back in. Here's an example of something you'd want to oil, not to get it dirty. And then this slides in right there. There's a little nipple, I guess, in there for it to sit on. And then this guy literally snapped in like that. And there you go. Oh yeah, what do you guys think of the new logo, eh? It's always so satisfying to watch this beautiful gold just flow in there. I apologize if during the moments of silence all you hear is me breathing like a serial killer into a phone. But hey, what can I say? The mic sensitivity is what it is. And like I said, guys, about half of this can, roughly, so about 200 mil. And that'll be good. So then, after you let the funnel drain out a little bit, make sure all the oil's in there. Double check the dipstick. Make sure the level is set properly in there. And after that, fire it up and make sure you have no leaks on the filter housing cap or the drain plug. And then that's it. You're good to go. Well, guys, that pretty much does it. So I hope this video helped out everyone. And thank you so much for watching. If you guys want to check out what a commander can do, a stock commander, be sure you check out my other videos. And if you like what you see, maybe subscribe, So don't forget, smash the like button, and I'll see you on the next one.